29. 29. 24. 734.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Seth Roberts, 78 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Tavecchio now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On 1st and 10, Knight, and his first look is incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Back to throw. Knight. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Detroit! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Knight. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. On 3rd and 2, Knight. And they got him in. It's Woods. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 32-yard line.
Now let's go. Blue landed. Blue landed. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit. Leopard. Leopard.
Throwing on 1st down. Knight, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and now it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Blue landed. Blue landed.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On third down, Knight. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
For these Raiders, a couple of years ago, 12-4, 2017, big-time disappointment, 6-10. But as they head out on offense here, optimism abound because on headset number 1 is a man named John Gruden.
And I would expect this team to take on his image in a big way. And I'm not just talking about the media look, right, with the snarling face and all. I'm talking about what he demands from his teams. Toughness on both sides of the ball. So that means they're going to run the heck out of the football. Marshawn Lynch, get ready. You're going to get a lot more touches. Now, on the defensive side, Khalil Mack, a heck of a representative for what you want from a defensive football team.
Low. Set. 185. 28.
Now Carr throwing on second down. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Express. Watch out.
On third and long, it's Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Well, we turn our attention to the Rams here as the offense comes out. So many positive vibes around this club entering 2018. Their third season back in L.A., a new stadium on the way. And coming off of last year, Charles, and you said this to me in the car on the way over, it's going to be interesting to see what this year brings.
That's because they will actually be the team that's hunted now. And they haven't been that for a long time, meaning they're sitting on top of the NFC West. Many people think they might be the team to beat in the NFC overall, even with the Eagles and the Vikings staring at them. So explosive on offense last year. Defense kept getting better. And in the offseason, the defense added cornerback Marcus Peters, added defensive tackle Ndamukong Suh, both Pro Bowlers. They think that they're ready right now to challenge for a Super Bowl, and they intend to go for it.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he's got some space here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On first down, Knight. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Now a handoff for Gurley. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
To throw on second down. Knight. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there at 22.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw on second down. Knight escaping the pressure right. And he caught it up, and the Raiders have recovered.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Finding his safety hole here. That's complete. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. DeAndre Washington, his first carry. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's it, baby. White, express. Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. 99. 29. 52. 808. 280.
On second down, here's Carr. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. Cooper was the intended target.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Leopard! Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
On 1st and 10, Knight. Got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
Leopard!
Throwing on first down. Knight. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Gone!
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Knight. And he comes back with one complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
On first down, Knight. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. The Rams on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Let's go. Go, Landon.
From the gun, Knight. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Jordan Reed, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you got to circle a guy around, and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball, and when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also, they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
Carl try it again on second down. And this one is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
6-18.
Throwing his car on third down. Flush to his right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Taken in at the 22. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Knight. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll go deep down the middle. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll be down deep into Oakland territory. A big play there for L.A. And even 40 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing on 1st down. Knight buying time to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
I can't say that I was really in love with the play call there. A draw in that situation, I know it's a risk-reward call. If it works, he walks in. But otherwise, you're bringing up a really tough 4th down situation.
So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
And now here come the Raiders. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Hey, Raider 2. Hey, 734. 734.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw on 3rd down. Carr going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Martavis Bryant, 75 yards. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Tavecchio to add the PAT. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the lead is up to 5. Tavecchio now to kick this one away. Set to return. This is Brandon Cooks. Oh, nice move. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that would help him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Woods, the intended receiver. First down, the run with Lynch. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
And that's how you want to start a sequence defensively. That's what we used to call, partner, hello, glad to meet you. Tagged him for a loss.
Express. Low, low, low. 637. Hey, 734.
From midfield, here's Carr. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Ndamukong Suh. With a great push up front, he picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
Sack, baby. Sack, baby.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Down. Box. You're mine.
Now Carr. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. 18 yards the gain for number 18. First down now, but that clock rolling. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Looking for Woods that time.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They start the drive with Lynch. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Single. Down. 694.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Over.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Lucky 56.
To throw on second down. Knight being chased out left. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 3rd and 2, Knight, and he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Jordan Reed, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Rams are in for 6. The Rams leave the offense on the field. They'll go for 2. Looking to throw. Knight, and he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
He's got the former Ram. This is Jared Cook. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Carr now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
You got 4. 694. 93. Check. Express. Hey, 734.
Carr now on first down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Down. 180. Low. Here we go. Purdue. 26 Mike. Deuce right.
Looking to throw on second down. Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
The Raiders on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19.
You got 6 there. Hey, 734. Where's it?
Carr going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for Oakland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. He'll field this at the 5. A good return there, 17 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The final shot before break. Knight, he's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Here's Cooks on the return. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Out to the left here to Reed. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Leopard! Detroit!
They run. It's Gurley. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On first down, Knight. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On first and 10, Knight. And Cooks has it over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw on second down. Knight. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Back to throw. Knight feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Tahir Whitehead able to drop him for a loss of 4. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw on second down. Knight steps away to his left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. From from the gun on third down. Knight flush to his right. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Raiders pick it up. There he goes left side. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. 10. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Four down, check, four down. Switch.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll set them back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Who's right? Low. 29.
To throw his Carr. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over them. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there. Carr to Nelson. 45 yards.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Everyone get set.
On first, here's Washington. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Sam Shields, the one that got him down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Purdue, down, 280. 6-18.
To throw on second down. Carr over the middle. Cooper with it. And he'll go down at the 28. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On the draw, Carr leads to Washington. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
Down, 280.
On first down, Carr. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Carr gives to Lynch on the draw. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
To throw, it's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
The kick by Tavecchio is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they worked their way back on the field. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Knight. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone!
From the gun on 3rd down. Knight. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Right back to Washington. Room here to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Four down, check. Get down, 29.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
One day, down. You got 86 there.
Now on first down, it's Washington again. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The tackle there by Mark Barron.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
You got 56 there.
To throw on second down. Carr. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And shutting him off. Now open field. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. DeAndre Washington, 31 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2.
Get set.
From the gun, it's Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now it's the backup Goff. And Reed with it over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Goff on first down. Looking for his tight end Reed, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
Get set. We're waiting.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Sometime in this fourth quarter, someone on defense is going to have to step up and force a turnover.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Get down, get down. All right, AD. Come here.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Throwing on 1st down. Knight. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
All right, now, look at 56.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Knight. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a 1st down as well. On 1st down, Knight. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
All right, now, look at 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Knight. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Set. 319. 319.
Throwing again. Knight. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
The Rams on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Knight. He's got a man. Andre Reed complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Over the middle, complete. That's Woods. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a 1st down.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's not something that we see every game now. Todd Gurley held below 50 yards.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Jordan Reed with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Rams have got this back to a 1-score game. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. This time the extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Switzer now to return. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle.
I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Carr throwing on second down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Carr now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
Here we go. Down, 180. Raider 2.
Staying on the ground with Washington. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Escaping the pressure right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
Still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Gone!
Back to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A gain of 32 that time. First down now, but that clock rolling. Haven't heard much from him all night, but welcome to the party, making his presence felt in a big way.
They've kept him under wraps all night long, but boy, did he find a great time to bust out.
He gets it to Gurley, complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. They'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after, and it's 3rd and short. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you played really well early, and then you kind of relax a little bit, to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. He'll look to throw. Jordan Reed has it. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. In for the score. And the Rams have taken the lead here in the 4th.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
So they're unable to stretch it to a 3-point lead. Now you got to be careful on the kickoff, because a field goal obviously beats you.
Definitely, and that's why they went for 2. They wanted to make sure a field goal wouldn't beat them. Now they're in a position where they've got to cover well and make sure they don't get into range and put one through the post.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's second down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Back to throw. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now Carr. Forced out to his left. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper finding the end zone on the game's final play. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. And with the lead, no chance of a return spoiling this one here on the PAT. The extra point is good, and on the final play of the game, they walk away with a victory. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it, because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.